just out wandering around, and look at what look at what I find. This is what is this? 24th Street near 43rd Avenue. I'll bet this beauty. I bet this baby sounds great. Oh wow. Keys are petrified. The black keys work. So I mean, they don't reach the strings. The hammers don't reach the strings. Oh, there's a note. Nothing doing anything else. Gee, I wonder why somebody wanted to get rid of this thing. Yeah, they're building up everywhere in Long Island City, but you can still find pockets of the old grit and gristle. Is that even a word? I don't know. I've been seeing this sign for years. Anytime I see it, the one on the bottom, all I can think is hairy anus, because that's what Suna spelled backwards is. Yeah, I know I'm 12, but still. Hairy anus place. There's no shortage of interesting street art around here. I'm going to see if I can find the old photo that I got of this building back when it still had the old Ravenswood telephone exchange name number on it. This all looks completely different from last time I was over here. Look at all those bins, whatever you call these. She's looking at me. She is definitely looking at me. I was about to say, I got married down here once. Now, a couple of friends of mine got married somewhere down here in this area. And it was a beautiful ceremony and everything, but the thing I remember most was right as they were about to do the vows, or, start the main event, somebody in the kitchen knocked over like a whole shit ton of pots and pans and metal stuff. Just as everybody was getting silent and about to, and the bride and groom were about to seal the deal, it's like this voice of Satan intrudes upon things. I think the wedding was here, or maybe the reception was here. I don't know. Still laughing at myself for saying I got married down here once, or almost saying that. That's not a bad view, or interesting view, to the Edcotch, Queensboro. I walked over that bridge a few weeks ago. Hadn't done it in a long time, but I didn't even give it a second thought. I guess I'm still in pretty good shape. This is the kind of area where, like that school bus, I bet you that thing's been parked there for 5 years. This is the kind of area where people just park and park and park with no enforcement, because there are no side of street parking rules. It's funny to think of that people park and park and park as if it's an aggressive act, an ongoing perseverance. It's really a pretty passive thing. pretty hard to see, but that looks like that says Mayflower Ice Cream. And I'm stepping up toward the sort of kind of famous Terra-Cotta building. That's the Ed Koch Queensboro. Glowers from above. But it's a pretty cool looking building. Honestly, the history and background of this is not coming to me off the top of my head, but it is no doubt distinctive. Oh, come on, autofocus. You can do better than that. It's nice to know there's something out here that's older than me. I don't know what the status of this thing is. I mean, it's been fenced off like this for years, with the barbed wire and everything. Maybe they're using it as a jail. Yeah, this certainly looks like a street that would attract illegal dumping. People just getting rid of their shit. Or maybe somebody lives here. Oh, that's nice. Love you. Love you too. Whoever you are. I haven't been down here in a long time. I was looking at some of my old Wanderlic pictures, as I called them. Wander LIC, Long Island City. I was looking at those last night, and I guess that's what inspired this somewhat impromptu flâneur. Oh, look at that fire hydrant. That's what you want to see when the flames start burning. And this is also another street where people just park and park and park. Oh my God, look at that. They actually stunk, yeah. There's a Freudian slip. They stuck a Link 5G tower out here. That's incredible. Like, this is like nothing here. That's really amazing. I wonder if, let's see if it even works. None of these things have 5G, and the chances that they ever will are purely hypothetical. This sort of confirms my belief that they just started sticking these things anywhere where no one would complain about them. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's probably going to be like that for a long time. Wow, I didn't expect to find one of these stupid things here. Smart city, my ass. Yeah, the water's edge used to be a pretty good, or said to be a pretty good seafood place. But I don't remember when it closed, but it's been a while. And somebody's taking real good care of this place. This looks like squatter's paradise. Anyway, this lands us out here on this placid pier. Man, look at all that. Terminal filth stench bastard. I think that's what my autobiography is going to be called, or maybe that's what my tombstone will say. And here's your oceanfront property, or your riverfront, waterfront, whatever. I was trying to remember the name of this place. This is at the Annabelle Basin Bar and Grill. I went to some kind of event here once where a friend was performing. I don't know if it's closed. I guess all those tables and chairs are still out, so I guess it's going to open again with the summer. I'm still not believing that this thing is actually here, but this is going to be of use to absolutely nobody. Yeah, this is something else I wanted to check on. This booth used to be called the Richard Coffey Memorial Booth. Coffee spelled Coffey. I don't even think this is the same booth anymore. I always wondered who Richard Coffey was and why he had a memorial booth out here. I'm going to see if that was one of the other pictures I've dug up last night from my old Wanderlich stuff. Oh, wait a minute. It does still say Richard Coffey. Wow. So who the hell was he? was a LIC NYC van. I used to see these around pretty frequently. Maybe they're on their way to activate that monster 5G tower we just looked at. Or maybe they're just sitting there. Somebody put an LIC lettering on this sidewalk. There used to be a little bit of debate about where Astoria begins and Long Island City begins, or where the dividing line between the two is. And I always said you should just combine the two, put it all together, and call it ASlic, ASLIC. Yeah, I know, I'm hilarious. Well, that's too bad. The piece of cake moving and storage moved in. And with that went the Empire telephone exchange phone numbers that used to be on that big building. Got painted over. By the way, with these Gun Hill signs, Gun Hill fence, you still might find these around with the old Fairbanks Exchange. I think there might still be one on 33rd Street. But these are the more modern ones. Not too modern, though. Oh, no, they do have the area code, I was going to say. Not too modern if it doesn't have the area code, but... I think I remember seeing this sign some time ago, and I wasn't really believing that there's a bowling alley here. But I guess there is. The gutter. The gutter. Sunday nights 2-for-1 bowling. I haven't been in here. I used to be quite the bowler. I was the captain of my bowling team in college. And I think my high all time was like 220 something. I'm sure this is way too expensive for me now. Everything is too expensive for me now. Oh, didn't see this coming. This looks like a authorized little free library. Authorized meaning the cabinet was probably purchased through Little Free Library. And you know, these things aren't exactly cheap. I think this one costs like $300. Not that I was thinking about setting one up myself or anything. John Irving. I didn't read this. I read A Prayer for Owen Meany, though, and I read World According to Garp. Every once in a while, a line from one of those books will rise up in my mind. Hokusai. I'm not familiar.